Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I am so excited to be talking to Nicolette Halliday because she is a fellow publisher. She is an amazing friend. It's amazing how you can create connections with somebody that you have not hugged in person,
Mhm.
but it feels like you have. Um, just such a beautiful human. And I am so excited for you to hear more about what her current multi-author book is. So we're here to talk about it. So Nicolette, hi.
Hi, Hollis. So great to be here with you. And I couldn't agree more. Honestly, the opportunities to really connect with people from all over the world and really feel this such a really deep connection with people. It's such a blessing. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. I'm so excited to have you here. So diving right in. So get published, industry experts share their secrets is the topic. So what was your inspiration for creating this book?
Well, my inspiration there it was a kind of a I want to say three-pronged inspiration. So the first thing is I have been blessed with this amazing community inside the publishing community. And so many colleagues who have morphed into friends, who have become a staple in my life. And I had this desire to really expand that network, to bring in different expertise and different ideas, and really an opportunity to just create an ironclad network for people for referrals, partnerships, really just building out this publishing industry with passionate, purpose driven entrepreneurs. So that was one of the reasons. The second reason is I just saw for people who are working inside this industry, get published, industry experts share their secrets. It's literally it's like a calling card to get on podcasts, to
Mm.
be featured in the media. It is a door opening to talk about the work that you're doing. And it's so close to being so close to like a solo book, which so many people don't have the time to put together.
Mhm.
And then I really want, for the readers, I want people to feel inspired and encouraged that they can pick up this book, get the resources, and find the support from the contributors inside the book, and really just build out this opportunity for more people to share their stories, share their expertise, share their experience inside books, wherever they're at, and whatever kind of vision they have for their publication.
Mm. I love it because it is so much about for I love these multi-author spaces personally because it's so much about community, right?
Mhm.
It's so much about each person kind of having their chapter, having their story. They don't have to write a whole book. When
Yeah.
people are ready to write a solo book, like it's amazing, but not everybody has the time to do that. So it's always kind of a good step in. So I would love for you to expand on the concept of, as you said, the reader is going to this and somebody who wants to be published. This is a perfect way for them to go in and see all these people that are have
Right.
expertise in their area in within publishing. So maybe if you could talk maybe a little bit more about who is a good contributor for the space.
Perfect question. Yeah, so people working inside publishing, so publishers, book coaches, developmental editors, copy editors, illustrators, graphic designers, audio engineers, publicists, vision or visibility experts, podcast producers or hosts, really any speaking coaches, really anyone who is supporting people through publishing or kind of the things that go around publishing, getting the book out there. So I think I launch strategist, really anyone who has something to do with that piece of publishing a book, is going to have a great space in this book. It's this book, I'm only holding space for 2 to 3 of each expertise. So I really want to have that full opportunity, for all the different for the different expertise to really share their piece. And that way it's going to provide this full vision for the reader also.
I love it because it's also it's really drilling in that idea that when you write in a book, it goes beyond just the actual writing. So,
Mhm.
as you said, visibility coaches, podcasts, because that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
It's you write, but then you want to be seen because you want people to hear about the book, hear your mission, hear your.
that's
So,
right.
I think it's brilliant what you're doing right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, for a lot of people, they still, there's this misconception about publishing and what it can do for your business, who it's for, and how it really benefits someone. We know that there's so many benefits in publishing, but for entrepreneurs specifically, it is really an opportunity to grow your audience, to leverage this book and the momentum you're getting in the book to establish yourself as an expert. There's all of these benefits to it. And I hope that this book helps to kind of debunk some of the myths and create a better understanding for people as far as how accessible it is for people to actually write and get published, how much support there is, and how it's not this cookie cutter one size fits all, the way that it has historically been, and that people are, there's so many opportunities, and really where what you can envision, what you think you can do with this book, you can absolutely do with this book. And so that's what I'm wanting for people to walk away with. And so I hope that people, after they read this book, are going to be like, oh, I didn't even know that there's all these different things that people are doing with books. And I didn't know that it's something that I could maybe investigate for myself.
Oh my God. That's the beauty of working with an indie publishing house, right? It's you have direct access to you. There isn't so many hoops that you have to jump through. And like you said, debunking the myths, it doesn't have to be this cookie cutter way of doing things.
Yeah.
It's just so why do you think people don't get published? I have
Mhm.
ideas, but I'm curious, like,
Yeah.
why do you think it doesn't happen?
Well, I think that a lot of people say they wanna write a book. I come across a lot of people, I'm sure you do as a publisher, says, "Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to write a book," right? How many times have you said that or have you heard that? And I think that, for one thing, writing a solo book is a huge time, financial, investment. I mean, absolutely have to carve space for this endeavor in your life. So there's that piece. And without the support, even though um, platforms are growing, indie publish opportunities are expanding. It's easier than ever to publish a book. It's really easy to get lost in the steps or what you need to know. I think without having a clear plan, without understanding, I'm going to do this and it's going to help me get over here. It's easy to lose sight and momentum in writing or
Yeah.
publishing a book. And I think that people can get in their own way when it comes to doing something big and putting themselves out there and getting visible. So, as far as writing a solo book, I think there's some barriers, but there's so many opportunities for people, more and more opportunities for people to get published, and that expands your reach. It expands your platform. And as a simple example, when you contribute to a multi-author book, you have opportunity. When someone Googles your name, they're going to see a lot of things about you.
Mm,
So just the SEO opportunities right there, gets you right at the top, right? So
yes.
I think that I kind of got off on a side way.
But I think that's a really, really important point of, you need to understand as a business owner, and you don't even necessarily have to have a business in this sense. In this case, yes, you need to be a business owner. Like, you're very specifically looking for somebody who does these roles in
We
order
are for this book, but the book
for
that
this.
we're marketing it to, yes, it will, appeal to entrepreneurs, but there's all kinds of different things, and opportunities for people to get published for all kinds of different reasons. So I hope this book reaches those people also.
I think I have to say, because I've done this and I know you have as well, Nicolette, it's like being in a book yourself, being in a multi-author space yourself. I can speak for myself in saying, when I honestly, this was before starting the publishing house, but I didn't see myself, quote unquote, within that role. Because, we get put into boxes and we have these labels and, well, I do this, but that doesn't mean I know how to write or all of
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But when I said yes to it, I got so much more focused and defined on myself and who I am and what my stories are and what my skill sets are. And not that they're necessarily just limited to that, but it's that whole awareness. Sitting down and having the space to do that was such a freaking gift. It flowed right out. I've had many people in my spaces say, God, I had one idea and it totally turned into something else.
Yeah.
Or I had no idea that this was going to be what it is. They think, oh yeah, I'll be in a book, whatever.
Yeah.
I committed to this, but you don't expect how
No.
it has, if you put in the energy, it has the possibility to change your world.
And yeah, it's absolutely true. And I think that goes back to a really good point. So, why people don't get published. Some people, I've had a lot of people say, oh, I'm not really a writer, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a writer. And they see themselves, like you said, kind of putting themselves in this box. And then when they open themselves up to the idea of, oh, I am a writer, I do have a story, I have some valuable insights to share, it not only helps them get crystal clear on their messaging, crystal clear on the stories and the opportunities. I mean, we know that writing our story can be cathartic. It helps define our message. It helps to create clarity on our own path. Every time I've contributed to 6 multi-author books, every time it really dials it in for me. It helps me remember.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that is a big thing. People think, oh, I'm not a writer. But I would challenge you to consider otherwise. Yeah.
You need to see this. I'm not exactly sure who this is from, but I thought you needed to see this.
Oh, oh, I love you so much. Thank you so much. Aw.
So, Facebook user, thank you for that.
We love you. Thank you. That
we,
is so sweet.
we
Yes,
totally love
absolutely.
you.
Mm.
So, yes. So, let's move on to this. So, you're doing something really, really interesting too, which I'd love for you to talk about, which is okay. So, we get to number one, and yay. But you are doing this thing where you want to master a 30-day best-selling campaign. And what does that mean for the
Mm.
authors?
Thank you. Yeah, so I've talked to so many people who have participated in book launches, and there seems to be kind of a similar theme of it's really exciting and everyone is, you kind of have this full on out moment and then there's this letdown and it's kind of like, now what? And even though many publishers give their authors all kinds of resources and ideas on how to take that book and continue to leverage it, without that accountability, without that support, a lot of people don't end up doing that. And so for me, the idea of a 30-day bestseller campaign, I don't think it really matters if you're a 1-day bestseller or a 30-day bestseller for the record. It doesn't really take away or add to the accomplishment in any way. So I just want to be clear because I think it's kind of like this facade that I don't think it matters. But what I know it does is it puts it at the forefront of your attention every day. It builds in these things that we should be doing to grow our audience, to leverage the momentum of this book, and it builds it into the thing. So instead of saying we're a best-selling author, congratulations, we did it. It's like, okay, guys, we're in this, we're doing this. And every day I'm going to give you some action steps on how to take this book and how to put it out there, how to kind of give it to the universe, give something to the universe to work with every single day. And by baking that into the process, I think you inevitably will grow your business. You will get the momentum. You will make money on the back end of the book. You will get on media. Like all of the opportunities are available, are kind of built in. I this is what I like to say. It's similar to if you go to like a small group training exercise program. You show up, you don't have to think about what to do. You just have to show up and they're going to put you through the circuit. And that's basically what I'm offering here is, look, you all show up. You still have to do the work, but I'm going to show you what to do and tell you when to do it.
That is such a great analogy. It really is a great analogy because, again, going back to the multi-author space, that's the beauty of it. All you have to do is write.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to do. Like, if
Right.
that's what you wanted to do, if
And
you wanted to, and all the other things that you provide as far as trainings go and workshops and all of that kind of stuff and what you're providing on this end, okay, you've been in a book. Now what do you do? Like, you're going as the publisher and as the indie space, you are going to create all of these opportunities. The person gets to choose what they show up to and what they
that's right.
don't.
That's
But
right.
all they have to do is write.
That's right. That's right. And for this project specifically, it's a 3,000 word chapter. And you will be surprised at how fast that comes to you, how clear you are, especially when it's talking about work, your story, things that matter to you. It comes out so clearly. And then you get to say, am I brave enough? Am I brave enough to pick up this book and share it far and wide? Am I brave enough to say, I am a co-author of this best-selling book and I want to come on your podcast and talk about it?
Yes.
Are you brave enough to say, hey, I'm setting up a book signing in my local bookstore and I would love for you to come and talk to me about my business and what I share in this book? And so this book is going to bake in those things. And so only the brave are coming in because they're ready. They're excited to really elevate. And I'm lucky to. And because I'm working with people in this industry, they get it. They get that it is the energy you put into something is what you get out of it. They already understand the basics. So it's not like we have to retrain them on all of those semantics.
I love that. Am I brave enough? Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is your calling card, like you said earlier. This is your calling card. This is your business. This is your expertise. So this is your opportunity to go into a book with all of these other people who offer all these different aspects and modalities to being published. So are you brave enough to step in and say, because as you said, there's only going to be like 2 experts per area?
2 or 3 experts per expertise. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So with that, then are you brave enough to say, yeah, this is what I do and I'm good at it? And it's not just about sitting there saying, well, I'm good at this, but it's talking about and engaging people so they have a better understanding, because it's understanding that when people go into the process, they don't know everything that's involved. They don't know all of the possibilities, all of the could be's, they just kind of they just know that they want to be in a book or write a book, but they don't know the beginning stuff. So you're laying the groundwork for people.
Yeah, you're inviting people into this opportunity of sharing more of themselves. And I want to say that it's absolutely a moment of claiming your worth, of saying all of this time, all of this attention, all of this focus I've put in to mastering this skill, to all my talent, my passion, my purpose, what I believe in, and the reason I'm doing this work is important enough to share and talk about often. It's important enough to write about. It's important enough to say, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to invite other people so that they understand that there's opportunities for them inside of this. And what I think happens when people are bold and brave and owning their worth and courageous and saying, I have something to say, it
Mm,
gives other people permission to stand in their power and do it too.
mm. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, can you please tell people how many people you're calling into this book and
Mhm.
when you see it? If you have an
I
idea generally of it being launched?
Yeah, of course, the nature of these things, the people who come in, it's anyone who's managed this kind of project understands that it can be difficult to have like a complete like a hard deadline for
Yeah.
ending. But
Yeah.
I'm calling them in September. I'm ready.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm calling them in September. I want to bring in the most passionate, purpose-driven entrepreneurs who are so excited about talking about publishing, who are excited about sharing their expertise in this book and want to be a part of this network. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So in September, I'd love to have 20 contributors, and we're looking to launch probably February 2023.
Hmm.
Yep.
I like the word that you just used, saying a network, because when a
Mm,
person is coming into the space, you're coming in as an individual, but you're also being part of a team.
yeah.
So there's so much connection for
Mm,
you as the person coming in as the expert within your field,
right.
that's the beauty of this space, is you get to know there's just immediately community formed,
Yeah.
and you're on each other's podcasts, you're collaborating, you're referring your referral partners, there's
Yeah,
just
you're finding friendships. I mean, there's
friendship.
so many things that happen, and I just wanna say that the people who are already in this book get it. They are networkers, collaborators at their core. They don't wanna do this alone. They don't wanna
Mhm.
do business alone. They are ready to partner, to collaborate, to refer in very meaningful and intentional ways. So this isn't just it's the people who are in this book, the people who are coming into this book, they get it. They get it. They understand. So, if that's you, if you're watching this, I know I don't have to explain to you the benefit of being a part of this kind of network. It's built in, it's baked, you've already experienced it, and
Yeah.
you know that this is the kind of people you want to surround yourself with.
Whew. So on that note, can you please tell everybody how they can get in touch? And we'll put it in the chat box too. I'll put it in the body
Okay.
of our
Yeah,
chat and everything, but
that
we'll
sounds
put it
good.
in here too.
Yeah, if you just complete the short application, and then I will take a look and I will be in touch. And the great thing about it is there's many opportunities. I also have a free networking community that I'm building within publishing. So there's all kinds of different ways that we can maybe work together to collaborate. And so complete the application if you're interested. I'll definitely be in touch. We will connect and we'll decide if this is a good fit for you.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So everybody, so I'm looking here so I don't forget. Publishers, book coaches, developmental editors, copy editors, ghostwriters, audio engineers, graphic designers, interior book designers, visibility experts, speaking coaches, illustrators, podcast hosts, publicists, and more. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know who
Yep.
you are.
Come on
Connect with Nicola.
in. Come do this with us. Woohoo. And we're shooting for a 30-day bestseller. It's going to be amazing. People are going to watch you. People are going to be paying attention. Trust me. It's going to elevate who you are and what you're doing by 10. And I want you in this book. So come on and say hello. And yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. So, Nicolette, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. So
Thank
appreciate you.
you. This was so fun. Thank you so much, Hollis. I appreciate it so much. And always, we had a little brief early before the view thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wish that I was there and I could hug you.
I know it's going to happen this year.
This is going to
It's
happen.
going to
So
happen
thank you
this
so
year.
much.
You're welcome. And everybody, thank you so much for tuning in with us live. Those catching the replay, #replay. Nicolette's going to put her information here in the comments. And again, we'll put it in the body of it. And just wish you a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in this world. So talk soon, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.